Actually, it happened very quickly, but there were a lot of hurdles that we had to go through.
First of all, let's address a rumor that's obviously ridiculous.
Apparently, Tracy Edmonds just confirmed Babyface's darkest secret. And this will shock you. Of course, you know it concerns the gay rumors surrounding Babyface. And speaking of secrets and controversies, don't forget, Babyface has been on the news for every kind of controversy.
The legendary producer's interview with the Associated Press on the Grammys red carpet was interrupted in favor of Chappell Roan. The 65-year-old shares his reaction to the moment going viral while speaking to the paparazzi.
First, there was that time he sided with Toni Braxton in court over the label he co-owned.
The judge asked me, I have to be labeled, I have to be an artist. So he didn't say, I don't want to ask you as a label, as an artist. Do you feel like the deal that Toni Braxton has is a fair deal? And I said no.
Then there was the very public beef he had with Anita Baker.
She is the headliner and she brought Babyface on as a special guest. And that really seems to be the point of confusion, I think, for a lot of people who've been following the story.
It is safe to say that Babyface has definitely had a controversial career. And now, with Tracy Edmonds confirming what has been whispered in secret before, it's easy to wonder if the gay rumors were really true after all, and even whether that was what caused their divorce. Let's get into it. Gay rumors. For many years, people talked about Babyface and questioned if he was gay or bisexual. These rumors did not come from any real proof, but from what people thought about his words and actions. Some believed he gave hints about his in interviews, but there was never any clear evidence. One of the biggest discussions happened in 2005 on a website forum called Lipstick Alley. A user wrote that they remembered watching Babyface on the Arsenio Hall show.
First of all, let's address a rumor that's obviously ridiculous.
In that interview, he talked about his first singing group. He mentioned that they played on both sides of the fence musically. Some people thought this meant he was talking about more than music. The user claimed they had been around many gay people and knew how to pick up on certain signs. Because of this, they believed Babyface was either gay or bisexual. The same person said they were very surprised when Babyface married Tracy Edmonds.
Actually, it happened very quickly, but there were a lot of hurdles that we had to go through.
They thought that most men who are DL, down low, choose a certain type of woman. In their opinion, Tracy was the perfect example of that. They even believed that Tracy's mother played a part in bringing them together. They also suggested that men who are secretly bisexual or gay might still like women, but they prefer deeper emotional relationships with men. Despite these rumors, Babyface always said he was straight. He never said anything to suggest otherwise. In many interviews, he talked about his love for women. He said he liked women who showed interest in him first because he was afraid of rejection. He never wanted to be the guy who made the first move and then got turned down. He always waited for women to show that they liked him before making any moves. He also talked about how being a nice guy made dating harder for him. He noticed that some women liked bad boys more than nice guys like him. He said he often watched how certain men could walk into a room, say a few words, and immediately get attention from women. He did not understand how they did it because, when he tried, women found him too boring. He believed women only liked nice guys after they had bad experiences with the wrong men. In another interview, Babyface shared a story from his childhood. He said he once fell in love with a girl in 6th grade. The first time he saw her, he thought she was the most beautiful girl ever. He started writing in his diary about her every day. He would write down what she was wearing and how she looked. He kept this diary for a long time, without telling anyone. Throughout his life, Babyface always showed that he liked women. He never spoke about being attracted to men. Even though people kept speculating, there was never any real proof. The rumors were only based on what people thought they heard or saw. His marriages to Tracy Edmonds and later to Nicole Pantenberg further showed that he was interested in women. People sometimes believe rumors without checking if they are true. This happened to Babyface. Some assumed he was bisexual because of the way he spoke or the women he married. But in reality, he was always clear about what he liked. He never said anything to support the rumors. Talking about the woman he married. Babyface was married to Tracy Edmonds for 13 years. They had 2 sons together, Brandon and Dylan. At first, people thought they had a happy marriage. But in 2005, they announced they were splitting up. 3 months later, Tracy filed for divorce. She said they had differences that could not be fixed. Their divorce became official in court. They agreed to share custody of their children. Other details about the divorce were kept secret.
You know, we hate to see anybody get divorced, but we're kind of used to it in Hollywood as well, seeing it there, but it's unfortunate.
After the divorce, there were many rumors. Some people said Babyface cheated. Others said there was emotional abuse. But there was no proof of any of this. It was just gossip from tabloids. Some believed their busy careers caused the marriage to fall apart. They had worked together on movies and TV shows, including Soul Food. Even after the divorce, they said they would still work together.
So we started filming the movie, and I think on November 4th of '96, and had 36 days to shoot it. We finished 2 days before Christmas, and we had a very limited budget to work with.
In 2006, Tracy started dating actor Eddie Murphy. This surprised many people. Some wondered if this was a reason for the divorce. But Babyface and Tracy never said anything bad about each other in public. They focused on their careers and their children. The real reasons for their split stayed private. In the mid-90s, Toni Braxton and Babyface had a problem. People talked about it everywhere. Toni said that when she made her Secrets album in 1996, Babyface did not treat her well. She felt that he did not give her enough attention. She needed his help, but he was not there for her. This made things hard for her. Their working relationship became difficult. People started asking questions. What really happened? Did Babyface ignore Toni, or was it all a misunderstanding? Babyface later talked about how he first found Toni. He and his team saw her singing with her sisters in a group called the Braxtons. He believed she had something special. He thought she could be a star on her own. But taking her out of the group was not easy. Her sisters wanted to stay together. It was a family group, and they did not want her to leave. But Babyface believed Toni had a voice like no one else. It was deep and full of emotion. He knew she could go far. Toni and Babyface worked well together. Babyface liked to write songs about heartbreak. Toni's voice had a sadness in it that made the songs sound real. When he first heard her sing, he was impressed. He felt her voice had strong feelings. That made her perfect for his music. Their teamwork led to some big hits. Some of Toni's famous songs were not even meant for her at first. Love Should Have Brought You Home was one of them. Babyface wrote that song for Anita Baker. It was supposed to be on the Boomerang movie soundtrack.
Do you know about love? What do you possibly think you know about love?
But Anita did not want to sing it. She told Babyface to let that little girl sing it instead. That little girl was Toni Braxton. Another song that Anita turned down was You Mean the World to Me. Babyface had written it for her, but she did not feel it was right for her. She told him to give it to Toni. In the end, Toni got both songs, and they became big hits. Sometimes, when a singer rejects a song, the songwriter feels hurt, but Babyface did not take it personally. He had been rejected many times before. He understood that not every song fits every singer. A song might be great, but it has to go to the right voice. He accepted that. He also knew that music always changed. Different people like different things, and that was okay.
There's a rumor that you and your partner, L.A., split up. And you take it from there. Well, we did.
In the late 1990s, Babyface and L.A. Reid had problems with their business. They started LaFace Records together and signed many famous artists like Toni Braxton and TLC. They worked well as a team for many years, making hit songs and albums. But over time, their relationship became difficult. Babyface focused on making music, while L.A. Reid handled the business.
In terms of the label part, it was just that kind of time for L.A. He wanted to move on, and he got an offer to run Arista.
Babyface loved creating songs, but he did not like the business side of the industry. He thought artists were not treated fairly. This caused tension between him and L.A. Reid. People started to hear rumors that they were not getting along. Some said they argued about the direction of the company. Others believed Babyface wanted more creative control. In the end, Babyface left LaFace Records. Their business relationship ended, and many people in the music industry talked about it.
We were building LaFace to hopefully one day sell it, and we got that chance. Because LA was able to go run Arista, I think that's why we were able to actually sell it at that point.
One of the biggest problems at LaFace Records was money. Many artists sold millions of albums but did not get paid much. The record company made most of the money, while the artists got less. This happened to both Toni Braxton and TLC. They were some of the biggest stars on the label, but they felt their contracts were not fair. They thought they should earn more for their hard work. Toni Braxton later took the company to court. She wanted a better deal. She believed she was not getting the money she deserved. TLC also spoke out about their money problems. Lisa Left Eye Lopes once explained in an interview how the group made millions in album sales but took home very little.
In the record business, we pay all costs back to the record company. We pay recording costs, video costs.
Many fans were shocked to hear this. They thought if a group was famous and sold millions of records, they must be rich. But the truth was different. When Toni Braxton sued LaFace Records, Babyface had to go to court and testify. He was asked if he thought Toni's contract was fair. If he said yes, he would be supporting the record company. If he said no, he would be supporting Toni. This was a tough choice because he was part of LaFace Records, but he also cared about artists being treated right. In the end, Babyface told the truth. He said that Toni's deal was not fair.
The judge asked me, I have to be labeled, I have to be our artist. So he didn't say, I don't want to ask you as a label.
He understood that she worked hard and sold many albums, so she should be paid more. His words helped Toni win her case. She got a better deal because Babyface supported her. But not everyone was happy with his decision. The legal team at LaFace Records was upset. They thought Babyface should have defended the company instead of taking Toni's side. Some people in the industry said this caused even more problems between Babyface and L.A. Reid.
There's a rumor that you and your partner, L.A., split up. And you take it from there. Well, we did.
As time went on, Babyface and L.A. Reid grew apart. L.A. Reid wanted to focus on business and running the company. He made big money decisions and worked with other music executives. Babyface, on the other hand, wanted to focus on writing and producing music. He did not want to spend time on legal battles and business meetings. He saw how artists struggled to get paid fairly, and he did not like that part of the music world. This difference in thinking made it hard for them to work together. It became clear that Babyface was not happy with how things were run. He did not want to be involved in the tough business side of the industry anymore.
But it ultimately, we ultimately put it there, and he went on and ran Arista and other things as well.
Babyface later spoke about how complicated the music business was. LaFace Records helped many artists become famous, but there were problems behind the scenes. The company made a lot of money, but not all artists got their fair share. Babyface felt He was better off making music rather than dealing with business matters. After leaving LaFace Records, he continued to work as a songwriter and producer. He stayed focused on what he loved most, creating great music. In the late 1990s, Babyface had a big problem with Casey and JoJo. The famous R&B duo from Jodeci. The trouble started when Babyface worked on their album, The Show, The After Party, The Hotel. Casey and JoJo were not happy with how the album was being made. They wanted things done their way, but Babyface had his own ideas. This caused problems between them. They did not agree on the music, and the situation became tense. Their fight became public, and many people in the music industry talked about it. The album, The Show, The After Party, The Hotel, came out on July 18, 1995.
In an unconfirmed report out of New York this evening, the multi-platinum R&B group Jodeci is missing.
It was Jodeci's third studio album. Uptown Records and MCA Records released it. The album was recorded in Rochester, New York. Even though there were problems behind the scenes, the album did very well. It reached number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart and became number 1 on the top R&B albums chart. By September 1995, it was certified platinum by the RIAA, meaning it sold over 1 million copies. Music critics had mixed feelings about the album. Some thought it was not put together well and needed better editing. Others liked the strong vocal harmonies but felt the lyrics were not mature enough. They believed the album did not fully show Jodeci's true talent. Even with these opinions, fans loved the music, and the album was still a success. In the early 2000s, Babyface and Brandy had a problem while working on her album Aphrodisiac, 2004.
Whatever you want, I got it, Bobby. Don't hesitate, holla at me.
Brandy was a popular R&B singer. They worked together to make her album, but things did not go well. Brandy was not happy with the way Babyface produced the music. She had her own ideas about how the album should sound. Babyface also had his own way of doing things. They could not agree, and this caused problems between them. Brandy wanted her music to sound more modern. She felt that Babyface's style was not right for the direction she wanted to take. She thought his production did not match the sound she was looking for. Babyface, on the other hand, believed in his own way of making music. He had worked with many big artists before, and he had his own style. But Brandy wanted something new. This made things even more difficult between them. Because of these issues, Brandy decided to work with different producers. She wanted a fresh sound for her album. She moved on and worked with other music creators who understood her vision. Babyface and Brandy did not work together after that. Their disagreement became known in the music industry, and people talked about their feud.
We turn now to that growing feud between R&B legends Anita Baker and Babyface. Baker saying she's dropping Babyface as an opening act on her tour because of online threats from his fans.
Babyface and Anita Baker had a big problem during their tour. At first, everything seemed fine, but then things changed. Anita Baker decided to remove him from her songstress tour.
We'd like to keep the R&B alive forever.
This made Babyface very sad. He said it was unfortunate and disheartening to see everything happen on social media. He was looking forward to finishing the tour with Anita, but now he was no longer part of it. Even though he was upset, he still said he had love and respect for Anita. Baker made an announcement. She told her fans that Babyface would not be part of the tour anymore. She said she made this choice because of personal safety. Some of Babyface's fans were bullying her online. Some of them even threatened her. She did not feel safe anymore. She decided it was best to continue the tour alone. She told everyone that people who bought tickets would get refunds. She ended her message with "Blessings, ABXO." He did not understand why things had to end this way. He was really sad. He was looking forward to performing for his fans. But now, that was not going to happen. He said he only wanted peace. He did not want any problems with Anita. He wished her the best for the rest of the tour. He did not want to fight. He just wanted to sing. Anita Baker's team did not say anything more after she removed him. But before that, Anita had already told Babyface to stop his fans from attacking her. Some of his fans were angry because they thought he should be a co-headliner, not just a special guest. They thought he deserved more respect. But Anita said there was no contract for him to be a co-headliner. She said people were spreading false stories. This was making her fans angry at Babyface, and his fans angry at her.
She is the headliner, and she brought Babyface on as a special guest. And that really seems to be the point of confusion, I think, for a lot of people who've been following this story.
He said he was very sorry to his fans. He also said he had no bad feelings toward Anita. He still respected her. He was hoping to continue the tour with her. He told fans that he would be performing in New York soon. He was ready to sing again. Other singers also reacted to the situation. Stephanie Mills, a famous singer, was very sad about what happened. She said that older artists should respect each other. She said that people who are called icons or legends should treat each other with kindness. She told Babyface that they could tour together. She wanted peace between artists. Anita later said more about what happened. She explained that the video wall had a glitch. This caused a delay. The producers decided that the best thing to do was to let Anita perform her full show. She said that even though it was a difficult night, love won in the end.
The legendary producer's interview with the Associated Press on the Grammys red carpet was interrupted in favor of Chappell Roan. The 65-year-old shares his reaction to the moment going viral while speaking to the paparazzi.
Babyface got snubbed by two reporters from the Associated Press who were more interested in talking to Chappell Roan on the 2025 Grammy Awards red carpet. The incident went viral on social media as many people, including Khloe Kardashian, bashed the disrespectful journalists Krista Foria and Leslie Ambrose. Babyface was in the middle of his interview with the AP when one of the reporters noticed that Roan, 26, was behind them. You guys want to take that? Go do that then. Babyface politely told the reporters, who said sorry to the 13-time Grammy winner. Babyface then handed the mic to the reporters and walked away as the pair welcomed Roan over to interview her. The reporters apologized for snubbing Babyface at the end of the red carpet. "I'm really sorry about interrupting Babyface earlier," said Foria. Chappell Roan had come up and there was a lot of commotion as there is on these carpets. But I'm a big Babyface fan, as are we all, and I just wanted to say that I really apologize. Kardashian, 40, slammed the reporters and shared a clip of the incident on X, formerly Twitter. "This is so disrespectful how Babyface was treated in this interview," said Kardashian. "Babyface has had such a significant impact on the music industry in so many ways. It's maddening to see a legend not get the respect and attention they deserve. He is a pioneer and deserves so much better than this," the reality star continued. With decades of groundbreaking work as a songwriter, producer, and performer, he's shaped the sound of multiple generations. Kardashian tagged Babyface and wrote, "I love you. I am a forever fan and thankful for all that you have blessed us with. By the way, what a class act you are, PS big or small, old or new. You don't treat people like this. At least not in my eyes. There's a way to handle this, and this was wrong in my opinion." More X users criticized the reporters for how they treated Babyface. "They just disrespected Babyface crazy," one fan wrote. .cap, who in the absolute hell are these interviewers? Treating the Babyface as if he's some sort of random person off the street? Wow. Pathetic, another person said. A third tweet read, "That was so unprofessional, talking to the Babyface but interrupting it for Chappell Roan. It's just straight up disrespectful no matter who the person is. They should be fired for that. Added a different fan. My jaw literally dropped like, that was so rude. Babyface won his 13th Grammy Award last year for Best R&B Song as a songwriter on Ezie's Snooze. Roan, meanwhile, won her first Grammy for Best New Artist just recently. Anyway, that is all for today. Bye.